the first time now, Peter has revelation of the Old Testament.
Oh, yes.
He gets revelation of the Old Testament, and he stands up, I think it's in what verse is that?
It is Acts 2:17.
Acts 2, verse 17. Peter stands up for the first time, and he says, this is that which is spoken by the prophet Joel. He understood because Joel spoke in the Old Testament.
Yes.
And now, with the Holy Spirit, Peter has revelation knowledge, and he says, now I understand what Joel was talking about. And he says, in the last days, God said, I would pour out my spirit upon all flesh. He said, our sons and our daughters would prophesy. And then he said that the young men would see vision, and the old men would dream dreams. Now that, my friend, I'm going to tell you, that blew my mind that for the first time, these men have an understanding of the Old Testament. And they now are going to break loose in the city of Jerusalem and begin to preach this gospel like never before. And we see Peter. Peter goes out. Patrice, you gave us a review of Peter. And one of the things that Peter was told to do was to go to the house of Cornelius. Now, we have to, one of the things we found out too was that Acts chapter 10, Peter was called to be a witness to the Jews.
Yes.
And then Taquana, you gave us a review of the Apostle Paul. And Paul was called to take the message of the gospel to the Gentiles.
Yes.
And so I want you, Patrice, to tell us what that visit was like of Peter going to the house of Cornelius and introducing, because you know, we thought that Cornelius was saved.
Yes,
we did. We went through the list of Cornelius and his lifestyle. We found out that he gave alms, and God said that he remembered the alms, and we also found out that Cornelius was a praying man.
He was.
He was a man that prayed. So it looked in the scriptures as if he was a Christian. But he liked one thing. He liked some things. And so God now is preparing Peter to go to the house of Cornelius. Peter has a problem with that. So God has to put him in a trance. He puts him in a trance. He has a problem with it. But because Cornelius himself, God dealt with Cornelius, Cornelius opened up the doors for Peter to come in. I want you to kind of talk about that and tell us what you saw in that.
Well, first, you know, Cornelius had the dream. And he had that dream first. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
So,
now-
one second.
Now you gonna feel what?
Right. Well, give me a second now.
Yeah, give her
Oh,
a
see,
second.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Just talk to us.
I can talk to Miss Beasley. Right.
But tell me, I don't know the book of Acts. I don't know what happened to Peter. I have no idea. I'm learning with you guys. Seriously, that's why I'm so blessed to even be here. I'm learning this.
She was talking about Cornelius
See,
being
I
a
have
devout
a
man.
notebook. I have my little.
Okay, but we could write it up here.
Yeah, if we could have had some.
Yeah, we got it. We got time.
I got all the notes in the world. That's why I said this is the Bible, no notes.
Because I have my little thing drawn out.
I mean, we need to